Most people have no clue how money actually works. They think getting rich is about making more money, but that's literally not true at all. I've seen people making $500,000 a year, still living paycheck to paycheck, and I've seen other people making $50,000 a year, stacking like they're millionaires. Why? Because the one percenters follow a completely different set of money rules. And today, I'm revealing their secret system, a wealth building blueprint that almost nobody is talking about. This system works whether you're making $20,000 or $2 million per year. And once you understand it, you'll never look at money the same way again. You ever wonder why some millionaires still drive old cars and wear the same watch for 10 years? It's not because they're cheap. It's because they know the secret to wealth isn't about how much money you make, it's about how much money you can actually keep. The first rule, never spend more than 75% of what you make. This is where 99% of people go wrong. The moment they get a raise, they upgrade their lifestyle. New car, bigger apartment, fancy vacations, all of these things, instead of upgrading their investments. But the one percenters, they don't do this. You know, I was at an event a while ago surrounded by multimillionaires, and guess what I saw? Nobody was ordering extremely expensive wines or showing off their Rolexes. Instead, one guy was literally clipping coupons at lunch. Another one was still driving a car that he had purchased something like 10 years ago. I think it was a Toyota when he was broke. Why? Because rich people stay rich by being strategic. Now, I'm not saying you need to be cheap. That's not the point of the video. The real issue is the big purchases. That $80,000 luxury SUV feels great for about 3 months. Then it's just another car. That $5,000 gaming setup, after a while, you don't even use half of it. Instead of cutting out your small expenses like your daily coffee or your Netflix subscription, I want you to focus on eliminating these wasteful big purchases, like that new car that you have to take a loan out in order to afford. If you're spending less than 75% of your income, great, because I'll show you what to do with it with the extra cash that you now have on hand. Now, most people think they're doing fine financially until life inevitably punches them in the face. And when that happens, they either panic or go broke overnight. At least 10% of your income needs to go into what I call the cushion fund, because life is going to hit you when you least expect it. Your car breaks down, you get hit by a massive medical bill you weren't expecting, or you lose your job overnight. Listen to this, 56% of Americans cannot afford a $1,000 emergency. They're literally one bad day away, one away from financial disaster. And I saw this firsthand when a friend of mine lost his job unexpectedly. He had zero savings, a pile of debt, and rent payment due in about 2 weeks. He panicked, maxed out all of his credit cards, and within 6 months, he was drowning in debt. Meanwhile, I had another friend, same situation, but he had a cushion fund. He paid his bills, took his time finding a new job, and didn't stress for a second. That's the power of financial security. Now, here's how you can calculate your cushion fund. Number one, add up all of your monthly expenses, so your rent, your food, insurance, everything. Multiply that number by 5 because you want at least 5 months saved. So if your total expenses are $3,000 per month, your cushion fund should be $15,000. Now, once you hit that number, stop saving because now it's time to grow your money. Now, I'm wondering if you've ever noticed the richest people, they don't actually work for their money. Their money works for them because they've figured out a simple rule. You don't build wealth by working more hours. You build it by owning assets. 15% of every dollar that you make needs to be invested because saving alone will never make you rich. Most people only know how to make money from a job, but the 1%, they will make their money from assets. That's the difference. If your only income is your paycheck, you're one layoff away from financial ruin. But if you own stocks, real estate, or businesses, you make money even when you're sleeping. And so what's the best place for beginners to start? Number one, the Roth IRA. It's a tax-free money machine. A Roth IRA is the single best wealth hack that almost nobody uses. Every dollar you invest in it grows tax-free. When you withdraw it later, you pay $0 in taxes. If you had invested $6,000 per year in a Roth IRA over the last 30 years, you'd have over $1.4 million right now. And guess how much Uncle Sam would take? Not a single penny. It takes 5 minutes to open an account at Fidelity, Vanguard, Schwab, Robinhood, you name it. And after that, just set up automatic investments into VU or SPY or QQQ and let compound interest do the work for you. Number two is the 401k. It's free money if you're smart. And if you have a job that offers a 401k, listen up. Most companies will match exactly what you put in, meaning you're literally getting free money. 3% in, they'll match 3%. If you put $4,000 per year in your company, it might match another $4,000. That's an instant 100% return, which doesn't exist anywhere else. If you're not taking advantage of this, you're throwing money away. Most people overcomplicate investing. They jump into day trading, crypto, and risky stocks, and then they wonder why they lose money. Instead, the rich always keep it simple. Buy VU or SPY, which is S&P 500 index funds. They let it grow for over 20 years, and they beat 95% of professional traders without literally lifting a finger. If you invested $500 per month for 30 years, you'd end up with over $1.1 million. And the best part, you don't have to be in the stock market and be an expert every day to do it. You just automate your investments, sit back, and let the market do the work. So let's recap the exact system the 1% use to manage their money. Number 1, spend no more than 75% of what you make. Number 2, save 10% for emergencies so you're never blindsided. And number 3, invest at least 15% so your money grows while you sleep. This system works. The only question is, are you going to use it? If you want to know why most investing advice is keeping you broke, check out my next video, which is why most people never get rich investing in dividends. I'll see you there.